Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Daniel Does It, and I decided to do some entries into the library of Showdown and its creatures. So, we have the Monstrorvm, if that's how you pronounce it, and it's a Liber De Monstrorvm. It's kind of like Library of the Monsters, I'm sure. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the entries for the ones I have completed. So as you can see, I'm still working on some, almost done with a few. But we have Grunts completed, so this is what decided me to do this. So let's start off. Grunt. Researchers' insight into the Grunt undated. It is quite difficult to perform any typological analysis of this Louisiana incident. I'm starting to think these events may have been the beginning of a zombie stories we have today. It certainly matches the pattern. Some kind of deadly infection hits a settlement, almost wipes out the whole population. And then the dead rise from their graves in order to feast on the living. Though this is the only zombie story I've heard where the zombies take up weapons, torches, and blades in most cases. To wield against the living, the old adage holds. Truth is always far stranger than fiction. It seems like the hunters of this era were simply calling them grunts. There are conflicting reports, of course, but the material I have found so far appears to be talking about what's probably a slow-moving and mostly human creature, possibly the victim of a viral infection or controlled by some greater spirit of law. At what times I seem to be grasping at straws to identify some of the more specialized monsters in the source text. Grunts are ubiquitous, to say the least, or particularly value. An autopsy performed and recovered almost in full from the journal of Dr. Reinhard Winkler that I've included in the archives. According to reports, you could have dispatched a grunt quickly with a well-placed headshot. I still wouldn't want to meet one of them in the dark, and certainly not in numbers. Journal of Dr. Reinhard Winkler, transcribed from original typewritten, 1 of 5. Tuesday, May 7th, 1895. It took Father Nico and his children 6 hours to all the wards. In the end, he fell asleep, exhausted from his ordeal. Only 2 of the boys died this time. The rain did not help. Yes, it's a bit rainy today. I never liked it. Rain. It underlines the smell of urine. It just feels so wrong, unhygienic. It washes away the clean, allowing the dirt to prevail. Can't smell the rain today, though the stench in the laboratory is still unbearable. This is certainly not decomposition. Decomposition is natural. Nasty, but natural. After all, just as the kernot postulates, everything rots, doesn't it? Everything dies. Now this word right here, I don't know how to pronounce. No, this is something darker. Something deeper. Perhaps something unnatural and as wrong as the smell of dog piss after rain. Not the smell of death. It's the smell of life, which should not be. Journal of Dr. Reinhard Winkler, 2 of 5. Wednesday, May 8th, 1895. It stopped twitching at dawn. Not sure if it's dead. Not sure if the word even applies. The creature has the appearance of a perfectly normal, if decomposed, human being. Yet inside I suspect there is some kind of darkness, a hint of something, dare I say, satanic? Father Nico broke the silence, assuring me that the darkness is unable to breach the wards now, rendering this specimen inert. Apparent cause of death, multiple bullet wounds in the cranium. I'd say under normal circumstances, if I can ignore its missing lyrax, its throat looks chewed off. Fade marks of a beast of some sort. Something we haven't seen so far. I have difficult finding a suitable classification for these specimens. Philopaxus calls them zombie, an older Hittite word for human beings controlled via magic. Although fairly accurate, I believe it's too narrow of a definition. The wards may be doing little more than securing Father Nico's peace of mind. Truth be told, I've more faith in bullets having rendering this thing inherent than its ritual. but black notes refer to them as vessels, an empty receptacle for whichever spirit decides to invade, or perhaps just a vessel for the plague. This feels too accurate so far. Need to investigate more. Journal of Dr. Reinhold Winkler, 3 of 5. Sunday, May 12th, 1895. Can it be just 4 days since my last entry? So much lost in such a short space of time. I'm coming around to Father Nico's interpretation of this thing. There is comfort in faith, believing again. This dissection still proving to be difficult. Tissue collapsed and disintegrates under the scalpel. With great difficulty, I managed to reach the vital organs. It looks so fascinating, to say the least. There is no significant anatomical change as far as I can tell. It is very likely these things are still fundamentally human. Torn muscle, fiber all around, suggests resistance to motors. Where there has been a brown stain here, his handwriting gets progressively worse, as if the body itself is controlled by some invisible consciousness against its will. Against its will has been struck through once. It's just a theory, but maybe this thing has always been crossed out. Person is still alive inside. Despite the state of decomposition, I believe there might be an actual person trapped in this body. If this indeed is the case, it must feel like a personal howl, witnessing yourself as a monster. Of course, if that's the case, the obvious question is, what is controlling these grunts? Perhaps the belief that there is something controlling these people is what's given me comfort, that there is a meaning behind all of this death, or that there is indeed something greater. Journal of Dr. Reinhold Winkler, 4 of 5. Monday, May 13th, 1895. Sun's up today. The stench is unbearable. Lots of flies. Laboratory surrounded by no less than 10 of the grunts. They keep hurling themselves against the ward, against the walls. I signal William. Hope he makes it in time. Father Nico and the children are doing what they can. Opened the rib cage today, saw it was buzzing. Buzzing is again crossed out. Moving. All the internal organs, with the curious exception of the heart, seems to be at least structurally intact. Something wrong with the heart. It seems deformed. Deformed is scribbled through. Surficial in form, pulsing, but not popping for lack of a better term. Even in death, it keeps on pulsating in the dark. Sticky fluid. I had to check the wards to see if they are intact, fearing that dark presence is making it move again. But no, this is some kind of primal reflex. Leads me to think it's still alive or dead. I postulate that the fluid inside the heart itself may be causing the disease, or vice versa. Too tired, need sleep, need to focus, need more time. And again, I don't know what they're saying here. It looks like it's words within words, but I could be wrong. I see Diablo, I don't know. Journal of Dr. Reinhold Winkler, 5 of 5. Tuesday, May 14th, 1895. A breakthrough. It turns out the heart is more of a nest. Father Nico has been too embattled to share my delight in the discovery. It seems that the loose of the little ones has worn his resolve. If only I could get inside his head, direct him to the matter at hand. The heart seems to be pumping some sort of nutritional fluid into the veins, which in return house tiny larvae. Is it pumping its insects? Need samples. Something else I haven't caught before. The circulatory system now seems venated, like the wings of a horsefly. I'm quite sure this was not the case before. The specimen appears to be changing, evolving. How did I miss these changes? All that venation and there is no blood. Is the black liquid its blood? For what purpose? I don't know. It whispers has been scratched out ferociously. I'm exhausted, eyes burning, head buzzing. Where in the nine hells is William? and now the specimen seems to have developed a new post-mortem reflex, semi-regular spasms, as if the chest cavity is going to explode. The grunts are almost in. Well, that's it for the grunt entry of Liber De Monstrorvm. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch and listen to my bad pronunciations of these. I'm trying to do a little accent there for you guys and make it sound like we're back in Louisiana. But I think it's pretty cool. I like these. I hope you guys like them. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below, and expect more when I'm done getting the research. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.